Hello everyone, this is Pooja Seth. Today my topic is cell. I want you to imagine a wall of the house. What do I need to construct this wall? Obviously you are going to tell me that we need bricks. So, to build a wall, you have to take a bunch of those blocks and start to arranging them layer by layer by layer. And then finally you have the huge wall. Okay, and what happened in the living organism? Here, pretty much the same story. All living organisms are comprised of tiny building blocks which is arranged in the ordinary manner layer by layer that we saw in the wall of the house. And these buildings block get the special name, and these buildings blocks are known as cells. Cells made the all organism on the earth, like microorganism, they made animals, they made plants, even human being. So we can imagine the life cannot be just without the cell. And you all heard the 100 times this definition is cell can be defined as the structural and functional unit of life. But here today I am going to break this definition in two parts. First is structural unit of life and second one is functional unit of life. So let's see what is the structural unit of life. All the complex organisms like you and me are made up of the arrangement of the cells. It means these cells are not sit quietly. They make the different types of structure, or we can say that they make the body. Let's take the example of the structural unit of life. Cardiac muscle cell. Cardiac muscle cells comes together to make cardiac tissue, and cardiac tissue comes together to make heart. So it was the example of the structural unit of life. Now second one is functional unit of life. What is functional unit of life? Why the cell is known as the functional unit of life? Okay, so cells with all its components behave as a smallest living things. They can be survive and function on its own. In the simple words, we can say that the smallest living things are the unicellular organism, or we can say the single cellular organism. Let's take the example of an amoeba. Amoeba performs all the function on its own. It means amoeba consume the food, digests the food and utilizes the food for its energy, and finally eats the undigested food out of the body. So amoeba is the best example of the unicellular organism. And some of the curious among you ask me, ma'am, are not the viruses the tinier than amoeba? Exactly. Virus is the smallest organism, but here virus is not classified as the smallest cell because virus do not have autonomous machinery. It means they cannot multiply without the living organism. Okay, so virus is not classified as the smallest cell. Virus is also described as the link between the living and non-living organism. Okay, so here the cell introduction is completed, and now we will discuss the cell size. The smallest cell, what is the smallest cell? The smallest cell is the parasitic bacteria, which is known as the mycoplasma. Mycoplasma is the very small. It means the very teeny. Smallest cell, the size of the smallest cell is 200 nanometer to 300 nanometer. We cannot imagine, we cannot see without the microscope. We need some powerful microscope to see the mycoplasma. And what is the biggest cell? The biggest cell is the egg of the ostrich. The size of the egg is 6 inches in height and the weight is 1.5 kg. You know, it's the 5,000 bigger than the mycoplasma. So in next video we will discuss about the discovery of the cell. Till then, bye bye.